Okay, today we have finally received our Phantom Power slash mixer for our XLR mics. I went with a Behringer 302 USB, the XENYX 302 USB. I've heard good reviews with it, especially the 502. I didn't need 5-channel, I just needed it for one mic. I'm not adding anything else to it. So this is what it comes with. You get your starting guide that we're not going to read. We're just going to plug it in and go with it. I have no idea how to use it. Never used one. I bought it because of this mic. This needed phantom power to sound good. Then on top of that, I went and I purchased a Neewer NW800 mic, the one I'm speaking on right now. That's this guy. So that's the one I'm using now. So the point of this was to provide phantom power for this mic to get rid of the screeching noise and the terrible noise floor that this mic has, at least compared to the Neewer. This one is very tinny, doesn't have any depth to the audio. The Neewer one that I'm using right now sounds much better. So we bought this one. I believe it doesn't come with a box because I bought it. I used one from Amazon. This is how it came. It came in an Amazon box just like this, with the book, the device, and I'm guessing that this is going to be the power supply. So I don't have any box on what the details look like. So let's open up this box here. Okay, so we get a little wall wart. And these are all going to be different ends for the wall wart. Oh, actually just one end. So I guess if you can buy these aftermarket to change from European to North American. And then this is a USB port. I see. That's pretty interesting. So I guess you don't need to go with this wall wart. You can go with a standard USB wall wart that provides at least 5 volts and half of an amp. So here's the... Okay, so 5 volts, half an amp, 2.5 watts total for output, which pretty much any standard USB wall wart from Samsung or Nokia or whoever you want, most likely going to be Samsung or LG or something like that, that you would normally have, that you can plug a regular. This one's pretty big, like even an old iPhone or iPod, that adapter would be able to provide this amount of power. And to be honest, it would probably be even more reliable because this thing is like a no-name Chinese. Is it Chinese? Yeah, made in China. So, but whatever. And then the other end, ooh, this is like a USB 2 type B. It's old. I don't remember what type it is, but the one that you plug into the back of a printer. So we'll get this plugged in with the adapter that it comes with. We're going to put all this garbage away. Let's open up this. Wow, they really sealed this guy up. Okay, so, oh, they provide breakfast. Excellent. These with a bowl of cereal? Just kidding. Do not eat those. So it's much better quality than I was expecting. It's got a metal back plate, a metal front plate. The sides are plastic. Like, honestly, I was expecting this thing to be really cheap, all plastic, really loose dials. The buttons are even, they're not mushy. This thing is surprisingly much better quality than I thought for. I think I paid $68 for this one used. No box on Amazon. Like, you probably can't tell, but maybe you can. These aren't really loose dials like you would expect in something that's cheap. They have a nice, smooth tension to them. Okay, so there's nothing on the back. Screw holes on the side. Hold it together. Power input. So I'm guessing you could probably plug this into your computer to power it. Since it's only expecting 5 volts, 500 milliamps, which is standard power for a USB 2. So I'm gonna ditch this. I'm not gonna plug it in with this. We'll plug it in directly to the computer and see what happens. The one thing I don't have right now, though, is an XLR to XLR cable. All I have is XLR to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which is a shame. Okay, so I've gone and plugged in my Behringer XENYX 302 USB, and we are going to test out the phantom power. Right now I'm talking on the Neewer NW800, just plugged into the microphone jack on the back of the computer, and we have 30 decibels of amplification. Let me just show you that. Okay, so we have 30 decibels amplification, 2-channel, pretty standard, nothing special. So this is what it sounds like. So I received my XLR cable today. It's just a cheap one from Amazon. I think it was $11. We're going to plug this in, and we're going to plug the other end into the mic. We're going to switch the input to the USB microphone, basically the output of the Behringer, and we'll see how that sounds. And then we'll go over how to use this this mixer. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. Okay, so I've detected the Behringer mic. I've turned up the microphone volume through the XLR cable here. I just enabled listening to myself here so I can hear what I sound like on the headphones, and I'll be able to adjust the volume accordingly. So let's do that. So the microphone volume is down here. The levels in Windows 100%. I think this will automatically adjust, and I've set it to 2-channel just so I can hear on my headphones stereo sound. So I'm just going to adjust the volume and the gain a little bit. until I sound. We'll put these everything in the middle. Oh, I sound much better with the bass on a little bit. So let's turn up the bass, well, the lows and the highs just a little bit. Okay. Let's get the volume adjusted so that we don't have too much noise and our levels aren't hitting the red. Okay. I think this is pretty good. I'm a comfortable distance away. Okay, so you can probably tell I sound much better. We'll adjust these here. And I should be good. All the audio is coming out of the USB and into my PC. Let's go over how to use this device. There's some buttons, some gain and volumes. We'll quickly take a look on how that works. Okay, so to get a good volume on your mic with the XLR cable, we want to adjust the volume and the gain until we get solid lights whenever we speak. If you're getting solid lights when you're not speaking, you've turned up the volume or gain too high. So I'll back up. For instance, when I don't speak, these lights should not be on. So that's too high. So I've adjusted it so that when I'm speaking, the lights come on, and when I stop speaking, the lights go out. You also don't want the lights to flicker while you're speaking. That means that they're picking up noise, or it's too low and can't detect your voice in lower sections or dips in your voice. So this setting is pretty good for me from the distance that the mic is right now. So the gain is how loud your input is. So from the mic before it's amplified, this is basically your volume knob preamp. This is your volume knob post-amp. So whatever you receive here volume-wise is going to be amplified here volume-wise. So you don't want this so high that it can detect noise or is providing noise to your amp, because that will be amplified with this knob here. Now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at how this works.